This is how to play Wombo. Wombo is a deck building game for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and takes around 30 to 45 minutes to play. So it's a relatively quick deck building game. So the goal of the game is to collect these letter cards and spell Wombo like this, Wombo, in your hand. And the first player to spell Wombo is the winner. So everyone starts with a basic deck, 8 1-meter cards and 4 2-meter cards. Meter is the money of the game, so you spend meter to buy cards. So you start the game, you shuffle this, so shuffle it, and then you create a market with the letter cards. So you shuffle the letter cards together like this, and you reveal 5 that the players can buy. So I'll be demoing just a one-player game, but in a real game, there's multiple players and they're racing to spell Wombo. So this is just to give an idea of how this game is played. Start with a deck and you draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is my starting hand. When it's your turn, there are 3 things you can do. You can buy a letter card, so you buy a letter card from the market. You can play a letter card, or you can pass. So when you buy, the cost of the card is here on the bottom. So here, and that's how much meter you have to spend. Now, unlike most deck building games where you play your whole hand to buy cards, in Wombo, you take turns into buying cards. You only draw back to 6 at the start of the round. So for example, let's say it's my turn now. I will buy, let's say I want to buy this card. So I'll spend 5 meter, so 2, 2, and 1 to play this. Now, unlike other deck building games, when you buy a card, you immediately do its effect. So this one says, draw 3 cards, then discard any 2 cards from your hand. So I'm gonna draw 3 cards, 1, 2, 3. And I can discard any 2 cards, so let me discard these ones. Then I will replace the market with a new card. So that's the buy action. So in the start, you're just going to be buying cards because we don't have any cards yet to play. So that's the end of my turn. Let's say all the other players have taken a turn. Now it's my turn again. I will play by, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I still have 5. I'm going to buy this mill. So mill is, look at the top 4 cards of your deck and discard any. Return the rest in any order. So I'll look at the top 4, 1, 2, 3. So since there's only 3 cards left, I'll only look at the top 3. And I'll discard these 2. Then keep this. Now, what happens, I have no more cards in hand, so I don't have anything to play. The other action you can do is pass. So when you pass, you are out of the round. You can't take any more turns, and you must wait until all the others have passed. So when you pass, if you're still holding any cards, let's say if I was holding these 2 cards, I can choose to discard them, or I can carry them to the next round. So I can carry any number of cards, or I can discard any number of cards. So let's say I discard, or well, I didn't have any cards in hand. So now it's the start of the next round. So I will draw this card, and like in a deck building game, if the deck runs out of cards, then you shuffle the discard pile into a new deck, and I will draw. Okay, so I will draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is my new hand of cards. So now when a round starts, you will all draw to 6 cards, but you will only look at the 6 cards at the same time. So you have to count 1, 2, 3, and then on 3 each player looks at their hand. The reason why is that multiple players might spell Wombo at the same time. If you can spell Wombo, then you shout Wombo to win. The first player to spell Wombo and shouts Wombo wins. However, if you make a mistake and you shout Wombo but you can't spell out Wombo yet, then as a penalty, you must discard 3 cards from your hand. Okay, so now it's my turn, so I'll draw these. So I still didn't get any letter cards since this is a deck building game. So I'll just buy again. So let's see, I bought a W and an O. Okay, let me buy so I'll buy this B, banish, remove up to 1 card in your hand or discard pile from the game. So I'll remove this one. So this will no longer go back to my deck, as in most deck builders. Okay, I will buy this O. So the O is the only card where if you buy it, you don't use its ability because O's are basically money also. They give meter. Okay, so I'll buy an O and I'll buy another O. So here. And then that's it for round 2. So I'm going to pass. When I pass, I want to discard this card. So I'm going to discard this card here. Okay, so round 2. So I'm gonna draw now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here's my next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is round 3. First I'm going to do is so I think I already have all the letters, but I wanna make my deck more efficient. So I'm going to pay this 2, pay 3. I'm gonna buy this banish. So I'm going to remove another card from my deck. Okay. And then I still have 3. I'm going to I'm going to buy this W. So I'm going to draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card from my hand. So we'll discard this. Oh, so the third thing I can do is play a letter card from my hand in order to perform its ability. So I can basically do these again. I don't want to play this mill 4 because I don't have a deck to look at, but I can play this draw 3. So when I play this draw 3 here, I will shuffle this again. Oh, a special thing is if you play a draw card, it's not included in the reshuffle. So I'm going to shuffle this again. Since my deck ran out of cards, I'm going to reshuffle this. And draw 3. So draw 3 cards, then discard 2. So I'll discard 2. Okay. Okay, then I'll play this B. So I'll banish this one over here. I want to remove that. And oops, forgot to refill this. Now I can play this M. So I'm going to look through the top 4 cards of my deck. And ooh, okay, so I wanna discard this one over here. I think then I'll keep these. So I'll put this back here. Okay. Another thing is that in this game, all the letters, let's say all the M's, have the same ability. But there are certain M's which cost more and they are stronger. So like this one, you look at the top 3, but this one, you look at the top 4. So all of the letters are the same way. So I'll pass now, and that's the end of round 3. So round 4, I'm gonna draw 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, look. Okay. So these are my hand. This is my hand now. So I'm gonna spend 6 to buy this mill 5. I can do that, but I don't get a change. I don't get change. So that's for my turn. And then I will look at the top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay, what do I have? I already have a O, O, B. So I'll discard these and put this back. Oops. So imagine playing this game with 2 to 4 players. You're racing to spell Wombo in your hand. So I'm going to, do I want to play this B? I still have these, so I can actually play these. I will play the B. Okay. In order to remove this 1 meter. Okay. So then I pass. So here I pass, but I choose to keep these cards in my hand so I can bring them to the next round. I would want to keep these cards. Sometimes you'd want to keep the cards for the next round if you're close to spelling Wombo. So I think I'm close, so I'm gonna keep these. So now it's round 4, I think, or 5. So I'll draw these 2, then shuffle this, and draw another 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay. Okay, so all I need is a B. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have spent that B. Okay. So, okay, what do I do? I have another W here. I know I bought another W, so I'm gonna first, and another M, I think. So I'm gonna first play this M to look at the top 4. 3, 4. Okay. Okay, then discard these 2 and keep these. I'll keep this here on top. Okay, then I'm gonna play this W to draw 2 cards and then discard 1. So here, discarding 1, and that's it. Then I'm going to pass. So I'm gonna pass and discard this. Gonna keep these 2 cards, these cards. So this game kind of also has a push your luck because you don't know, like I hope to get a B soon, but I could have also played these cards for the abilities to optimize my deck even more. But let's see. So I have 4 cards now. At the end of the round, I'm going to draw just 2 cards. So at the start of the round, you only draw up to 6. So I'll only draw 2. Okay, then 3, 2, 1. Wombo. There. Wombo. There. And that's the game. So you're racing to spell Wombo. There's also, so that's the like non-competitive version where you're just playing as a race. But also there are these other cards that you can add, these breaker cards. I'll explain them some other time. But you can buy these when you buy a card in order to mess with the hands and decks of the other players in order to slow them down for the race. So there. So that's Wombo.